Good day, sheepies. This is the noisy sheep again, making noise for our God in our noisy world. In the time of Moses, the Pharaoh was very afraid of the Israelites' growing number. Specifically, that if there might come a war, the Israelites might side with the enemy and leave their country. It's not even a fear of them overtaking Egypt, it's them leaving Egypt for the other enemy. And you would think that the solution he thought of is related to how he saw the Israelites at that time. Immediately, you can imagine that maybe they didn't see the Israelites as someone um, who is part of their country, part of their family. In fact, the solution was that let us oppress them even more, which means they were already treating the Israelites as someone that's lower than them. But given that problem of fear of being left at a time of war, there's really two solutions. You bring more fear to them, or you make them um, treat you as one of them. Instead of treating the Israelites with oppression, making them afraid, which is not really effective because um, if they see something that is more fearful from the enemy, then they will leave you. But if the other solution is what the Pharaoh did, which is to show them that, hey, you are an Egyptian, as far as we're concerned. You might have a different belief right now. You um, might have come from a different country, but you are one with us. And whatever enemy comes, the Israelites will always be on the Pharaoh's side because of this. But sadly, that is not what he did, and we all know what happened. And sometimes we're like the Pharaoh. Um, we think of things like maybe that person will not um, accept me. Maybe that person is just going to treat the others unfairly. So maybe I just need to do what I need to do. And sadly, that's how we think of God sometimes. We think of God as maybe God will just side with others. I'm not good enough. Uh, then I have to do something. Even if it will hurt God's feelings, I will do what I think I need to do. Even if God said it's wrong, that's wrong for him, but it's right for me. And we end up like the Pharaoh. That wrong decision ends up with us being depressed, feeling empty, with a lot of chaos in our lives. And the sad part is, we actually have a God whom we don't even have to worry whether we can trust or not. God tells us that He cares for us, He knows us, each of us, personally, deeply, and He wants the best for all of us, individually, personally, deeply. And as God, there is nothing we should be afraid of. If He says, I will look after your best intentions, He will. There's no worry about that. So, you can choose. Are you going to be the Pharaoh who is afraid of everything? Are you going to be like Jesus, who, even though has the biggest, you know, kingdom, the biggest power, is able to humble himself, lower himself, and open himself so that he can welcome all of us? Such a God we have. If we're afraid that Pharaoh will not trust us, we can be sure that Jesus will trust us. The only thing we have to do is not be like Pharaoh and distrust God. We have an awesome God. Let's not miss that opportunity.